Hey guys, today we will summarize the chapter 4 of Psychology of Money and I will explain the key points of chapter. So, let's quickly summarize the chapter. Let's talk about Ice Age. Everybody is aware of the fact that few millions of years ago our Earth was covered with thick sheets of ice. Not many know that we just didn't have one ice age but 5. Fewer people know how thick blankets of ice covered our Earth. In the early 1900s, a Serbian scientist named Milutin Milanković studied the Earth's position relative to other planets and came up with the theory of ice ages that we now know is accurate. The gravitational pull of the Sun and Moon gently affect the Earth's motion and tilt toward the Sun. During parts of this cycle which can last tens of thousands of years, each of the Earth's hemispheres gets a little more, or a little less, solar radiation than they're used to. A Russian meteorologist named Vladimir Koppen discovered something on top of Milutin's theory. Moderately cool summers, not cold winters, were the icy culprit. It begins when a summer never gets warm enough to melt the previous winter's snow. The leftover ice base makes it easier for snow to accumulate the following winter, which increases the odds of snow sticking around in the following summer, which attracts even more accumulation the following winter. The same thing happens in reverse. The key takeaway here is how big something can become from a relatively small change. Everybody who is into investing have heard of Warren Buffett and how phenomenal of an investor he is. But very few people know that he has been investing for almost 3/4 of a century. Had he started investing in 30s and retired by 60s, almost no one would have heard of him. His skill is investing, but his secret is time. Buffett is not the greatest when measured by average annual returns. Jim Simons, head of hedge fund Renaissance Technologies, has compounded money at 66% annually since 1988. No one comes close. Buffett is at 22%, a third. Simons' net worth was close to $21 billion when Warren's was close to $85 billion. Why the difference? Because Simon didn't start early. He found his rhythm when he was 50 years old. He did not have as many years as Buffett to compound his money. If he had started at same age as Buffett with 66% annual return, he would be worth, hold your breath, 63 quintillion, 900 quadrillion, 781 trillion 780 billion $748,160,000. A quintillion has 18 zeros. Just saying. These are ridiculous, impractical numbers. But this is what compounding is. When we are asked to do addition, the result makes sense, but once you start doing multiplication, your head will explode. Same thing happened with storage. In 1950s we used to have 3.5 MB of hard drive storage, now we have in terabytes. From 1950 to 1990 we gained around 296 megabytes, and from 1990 to now, we gained around 100 million. Many smart people are not able to comprehend few things sometimes. In 2004 Bill Gates criticized the new Gmail, wondering why anyone would need a gigabyte of storage. Author Stephen Levy wrote, "Despite his currency with cutting-edge technologies, his mentality was anchored in the old paradigm of storage being a commodity that must be conserved. You never get accustomed to how quickly things can grow. There are books on economic cycles, trading strategies and sector bets. But the most powerful and important book should be called Shut Up and Wait. It's just one page with long-term chart of economic growth." Morgan Housel. Good investing isn't necessarily about earning the highest returns, because the highest returns tend to be one-off hits that can't be repeated. It's about earning pretty good returns that you can stick with and which can be repeated for the longest period of time. That's when compounding runs wild.